Liverpool's summer rebuild under Arne Slot has taken another intriguing turn, this time involving one of Europe's most highly regarded forwards. With attacking reinforcements high on the agenda at Anfield, the Reds have been consistently linked with Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak, a player admired for his pace, technical quality, and eye for goal. Now, fresh developments have emerged that could significantly strengthen Liverpool's position in the race for the Swedish international. While no deal is done and negotiations remain delicate, what has unfolded behind the scenes could mark a key shift in momentum. For a club eyeing a return to the summit of English football, this latest boost in the Isak pursuit could prove timely. So what has changed? And could Liverpool really sign Isak? Let's break it down, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool are champions again. To mark this historic 20th league title, we've just launched our exclusive Champions collection of t-shirts. Celebrate in style and show your pride with official gear made for real Reds. Head over to copiclothing.com or just click the link in the description and grab yours while stocks last. But first, with Jarell Quansah heading for Germany and Nathaniel Phillips to West Brom, Liverpool's summer defensive reshuffle is well underway. It's left a clear gap in the centre-back department and, crucially, extra funds to reinvest. Marc Guehi of Crystal Palace has emerged as a serious target. The 24-year-old is admired for his composure, aerial ability, and leadership qualities that would complement Liverpool's current defensive options. Reports from Valentine Furlan and Rudy Galletti suggest a verbal agreement on personal terms is already close. However, the financials remain a key talking point. Palace's reported £45 million valuation poses a dilemma. With just 12 months left on Guehi's deal in 2026, Liverpool must weigh up whether to move now or bide their time and negotiate a lower fee next summer. Sporting director Richard Hughes has shown restraint so far in the window, operating with long-term vision. The next move will depend not only on budget, but whether Guehi is viewed as a transformative or supplementary piece. This is the sort of link that gets fans talking. Marc Guehi ticks nearly every box Liverpool supporters would want in a new centre-back. Premier League proven, composed in possession, and still young enough to grow into a long-term starter. There's no panic in this approach, and that's what's refreshing. Quansah's departure and Phillips's move have naturally opened up a vacancy, but the club are not rushing in blindly. A fee of £45 million might seem steep now, but in the context of today's market and Guehi's England pedigree, it might look like value come October. The fact personal terms are already said to be in place is significant. It suggests the player is keen and that Liverpool could move quickly if conditions align. With Arne Slot keen to build a squad with positional flexibility and mental resilience, Guehi feels like a natural fit. This one might not happen tomorrow, but it definitely feels like it's building. If the finances fall right, this could be one of the smartest defensive deals of the window. Now, in a huge boost in the Reds' pursuit of Alexander Isak, Newcastle are hoping to tie Alexander Isak down to a record contract, amid concerns from St James's Park that Liverpool could bid for the striker next month. With Liverpool setting their sights on a leading number 9 as next transfer priority, Isak is widely viewed as being the best option by far. But Newcastle won't be willing sellers, with the Times' Martin Hardy reporting that the North East club are prepared to make him the best paid player in the club's history and fight off any approach. However, it is explained that Newcastle are still constrained by the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, and the wage in question would simply be above the £150,000 a week earned by Sandro Tonali. More interesting is that the report, while stressing that Newcastle do not wish to sell, seems to open the narrative up to a move to Liverpool. Newcastle are concerned an offer could be made early next month, as Liverpool have the funds to test their resolve. This comes despite already breaking the British transfer record to sign Florian Wirtz for £116 million, with it made clear that Liverpool could comfortably outmuscle Newcastle in the financial stakes. Hardy insists that Isak has not yet given any indication he wants a move, but the feeling may be different behind the scenes. Reading between the lines, it appears as though Newcastle are beginning to position themselves as reluctant sellers for the right price, if the Swede pushes for an exit. In a column on Tuesday, the Mail's Merseyside football reporter Lewis Steele wrote, "What I was told last week was if Isak could move to Liverpool, he would. So, is Isak to Liverpool probable? Number, but is it possible? Yes," he added. Isak has been projected to cost as much as £200 million, though £150 million has been more frequently quoted for a player who has scored 62 goals in 109 games for Newcastle, including 27 in 42 outings last season. Steele writes that it is not one to completely rule out just yet, though he stresses that Liverpool will first focus on balancing the books with sales. That will come with the departures of Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen, with a deal struck for £35 million, and Darwin Núñez, who is slated to join Napoli, likely for around £50 million. Federico Chiesa is another candidate for sale, while Liverpool have already brought in around £10 million for Trent Alexander-Arnold, £18 million for Kelleher, and £3 million for Nat Phillips. The money will be there, with the Liverpool Echo's Dave Powell reporting that the club could spend another £200 million in the market this summer and still be PSR compliant. In other news, with De Bruyne leaving Man City after 10 years, some supporters held an unlikely pipe dream the legendary midfielder joining Liverpool. While the move always seemed improbable, the Belgian ended up signing for Napoli. The Athletic's Sam Lee reports there was actually a short conversation held between Liverpool and players' camp. However, there are conflicting accounts of who approached who, and the deal for Florian Wirtz showed he would not necessarily have been a regular starter. It would be hard for a club to say no to a player with the quality of De Bruyne, but the midfielder wouldn't have been the heartbeat of the team, and would have had to settle for life as a squad player. While it would have been nice to bring boyhood Liverpool fan home, him moving to the Italian champions and Liverpool signing Wirtz wasn't a bad result for all involved. In the end, while the idea of Kevin De Bruyne pulling on a Liverpool shirt stirred some quiet excitement among fans, it was always more fantasy than feasible. A brief conversation may have taken place, but conflicting accounts and the reality of his likely role as a squad player meant the move was never truly on the cards. De Bruyne's decision to join Napoli signals a fresh chapter for the Belgian, while Liverpool's focus on younger long-term options like Florian Wirtz speaks to their broader strategy under Arne Slot. Romantic as it may have been to see a boyhood fan return home, the outcome suits all parties. Liverpool continue building for the future, and De Bruyne gets the challenge of leading another European side. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.